You've been staring at the ceiling for 2 hours. You've counted sheep, checked the clock a dozen times, and calculated exactly how many hours of sleep you'll get if you drift off right now asterisk. But the harder you try to sleep, the more awake you feel. What if I told you that falling asleep isn't about trying harder, but about tricking your nervous system into shutting down? Tonight, we're going to end the tossing and turning for good. Sleep isn't just a luxury. It's the foundation of your cognitive function, emotional stability, and physical health. Yet millions of us struggle with sleep latency, the time it takes to go from full wakefulness to light sleep. Stress, blue light, and racing thoughts keep our brains in a state of high alert. In this guide, we are exploring 5 specific evidence-based chapters that range from physiological hacks used by elite soldiers to psychological shifts that quiet the mind. By the end of this, you'll have a toolkit to shut down your brain on command.
Welcome to Health 600's Noble Science in 600 seconds. Your life-changing 10 minutes. Let's go!
Chapter 1. The Legendary Military Method. The military method was first documented in the book Relax and Win, Championship Performance, to help pilots fall asleep in 2 minutes or less, even under the stress of a battlefield. It begins with physical neutralization. Start by relaxing your entire face, your tongue, your jaw, and the muscles around your eyes. If you feel tension there, you can't sleep. Next, drop your shoulders as low as they'll go, followed by your upper and lower arms, one side at a time. Breathe out, relaxing your chest. Finally, relax your legs, from your thighs down to your toes. Once your body feels like a heavy weight sinking into the mattress, you must clear your mind for 10 seconds. If thoughts bubble up, repeat the words "don't think, don't think, don't think" over and over. Within 6 weeks of practice, 96% of pilots could fall asleep within 2 minutes using this exact sequence. It's about total surrender. Chapter 2. Engineering the Perfect Sleep Cave. Your environment sends a direct signal to your pineal gland to produce melatonin, the hormone responsible for sleep. If your room isn't optimized, you are fighting your own biology. First, let's talk about temperature. The ideal sleeping temperature is surprisingly cool, around 65 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 degrees Celsius. Your body temperature needs to drop to initiate sleep, and a cold room facilitates this internal cooling. If your room is too hot, your heart rate stays elevated, keeping you in a state of unrest. Next is the blackout protocol. Even a tiny sliver of light from a digital clock or a street lamp can penetrate your eyelids and disrupt your circadian rhythm. Use blackout curtains or a high-quality eye mask to ensure total darkness. This darkness triggers the brain to ramp up melatonin production. Furthermore, sound plays a critical role. While some prefer silence, others find pink noise or brown noise more effective than white noise. These lower frequencies mimic the sounds of steady rain or a deep rumble, which helps mask sudden environmental spikes like a car horn or a barking dog. Finally, eliminate the blue light hazard. Your phone screen emits a blue frequency that mimics sunlight, telling your brain it's midday. Stop using electronic devices at least 60 minutes before bed. If you must use them, use heavy-duty blue light filters. By turning your bedroom into a dark, cool, and quiet cave, you remove the external stimuli that keep your brain in search mode. When you step into this environment, your brain should automatically recognize it as a zone where wakefulness is no longer required. You aren't just lying down, you are entering a biological docking station designed for recovery. Chapter 3. Progressive Muscle Relaxation, PMR. If your mind is racing, it's often because your body is holding onto microtensions you aren't even aware of. Progressive muscle relaxation, or PMR, is a technique that teaches you the difference between tension and complete release. Start at your toes. Curl them tightly for 5 seconds, then suddenly release, feeling the blood flow and the muscle go limp. Move to your calves, tensing them hard, then releasing. Progress upward through your thighs, glutes, abdomen, hands, and shoulders. The magic of PMR lies in the rebound effect. When you intentionally tense a muscle and then let go, the muscle relaxes more deeply than it was before you started. By the time you reach your neck and facial muscles, Your nervous system has received a dozen physical signals that the fight or flight response is over. This technique bridges the gap between a stressed mind and a relaxed body. Often, we try to calm the mind to relax the body, but PMR works in reverse. By forcing the body to relax, the mind has no choice but to follow. It's a physical shutdown sequence that grounds you in the present moment, pulling your focus away from tomorrow's to-do list and back into the physical reality of your bed. Chapter 4: The 478 Breath and the Cognitive Shuffle. Breathing is the only part of your autonomic nervous system that you can consciously control. The 478 technique, popularized by Dr. Andrew Weil, acts as a natural tranquilizer. You inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold that breath for 7 seconds, and exhale forcefully through your mouth for 8 seconds. The hold is the most important part. It allows oxygen to saturate your blood and forces you to slow down your heart rate. It creates a mild buildup of carbon dioxide in the blood, which has a calming effect on the brain's arousal center. If breathing isn't enough because your inner monologue won't stop, you need the cognitive shuffle. This is a mental exercise designed to scramble your brain's logical thinking. Think of a neutral word like bedtime. Start with the first letter B. Imagine a ball, then a bear, then a boat. Visualize each one clearly for a few seconds. Once you run out of B words, move to E. Imagine an elephant, an egg, an eagle. Why does this work? When we are stressed, our brains try to solve problems in a linear, logical way. This keeps us awake. By visualizing random, non-threatening objects, you are mimicking the hypnagogic state, the fragmented, nonsensical thoughts we have right before we fall asleep. You are essentially hacking your brain into thinking it has already started dreaming. By the time you get through the second or third letter of your word, your brain's logical center will have given up, allowing the sleep centers to take over. You are replacing high-stakes thoughts with low-stakes imagery, which is the ultimate psychological off switch. This combination of physiological breath control and mental distraction is the most powerful tool for those who suffer from busy brain at 2 a.m. Chapter 5: The Power of Consistency and Routine. The most overlooked aspect of falling asleep fast is what you do before you get into bed. Your brain loves patterns. If you brush your teeth, dim the lights, and read a physical book in the same order every night, you are building a Pavlovian response. Eventually, the simple act of dimming the lights will trigger a sleep response before you even hit the pillow. Avoid trying to sleep. If you are still awake after 20 minutes, get out of bed. Go to another room, keep the lights low, and do something boring like folding laundry or reading a manual. Only return to bed when you feel the physical signs of sleepiness, like heavy eyelids. This prevents your brain from associating the bed with the frustration of being awake. Sleep is a natural process that can't be forced, but by building a consistent rhythm and using the techniques we've discussed, you can make it inevitable. Sleep well. Don't just watch, take action right now. I have already shortlisted the exact products and tools you need to secure your results. Scan the video description below to get your protocol hardware today.
This is Health 600s, and I'll see you in the next 600 seconds.
Thank you for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and see